Shanny's going for the Mother Teresa look, Italian in mourning, um, Romanian widow. I don't know what's with the doily. The curtains used to be white. They are no longer, and the piece of cardboard is gone.
Shanny here. It's
Notice the
been a
undershot
while
jaw,
since
though,
I've made any videos because, frankly,
and the way she
I'm sick of
speaks.
being harassed by people. Um, but during my time of not being on YouTube, I have been researching
Them pupils.
a lot about this world and how disturbing this world is, and I'm basically, I guess, turning this channel over to a purpose of saving children from being sex trafficked.
Trafficked. Trafficked. Mind you, she couldn't keep her own children. Lost parental rights. Yeah.
It's a huge passion of mine. It all started with researching Diddy and finding Allie Carter. Allie Carter is a sex trafficker, a sex trafficker.
Even Ginger
survivor.
says you're wrong.
And
Ozempic's working.
She's been trafficked since a child.
Trafficked.
And somehow, by the grace of God, and I do believe it's from the grace of God, she has ultimately shown me what I'm meant to do in life, and that's to just put awareness out there
at 40
about all the missing children who are being enslaved by elitists, your police officers, your teachers, your lawyers. A bunch of people in society are into this stuff, and I didn't realize how bad it was until I started researching it. And I wasn't researching it for fame or because it was trendy. I researched it because I significantly cared. I'm a sex abuse survivor, and I remember in college, they asked, what if you had the money, what kind of governmental program would you put out there to put on billboards and stuff, and it was for rape survivors. Start an organization for women who's survived rape. Now, on the other hand, it's gotten so bad in our culture that it's evolved from going to grown adults, the sex trafficking, to children. And what I've learned, it's been like this for a very long time, decades of this happening to children. Like, did you know there's children who purposely are bred just to be abused? Like there's some kind of commodity, like they're just a toy for fucked up people. Did you know that?
That wasn't me.
So
I don't know what that was.
I'm gonna start posting videos on Allie Carter and let her tell you her story. I'm gonna start making videos and live streams about missing children, because we need to find these kids. We need to figure out where they are. We, as an adult, if there's no help coming, we have to stand up and do something about this. And I think since I am disabled and I can't do much physically, I can use my platform, which has thousands of people on it, to give back to what these children have lost, their lives.
Ma'am, first off, you're rewriting history. You don't have a degree. And yeah, your mom said this didn't happen. And may she rest in peace. And yeah, it's about to get really weird, but I would take care of my own health first, and maybe I don't know, leave children alone. You don't have a good track record with
My
them.
first sex abuse started when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
My first memory was due to sex abuse.
More lies.
I've been very abused in my life, and
oh Lord.
If Allie's watching this, as you can see,
it's not for
I have a
fame.
lot of people who hate me and chase me because
Sweetheart, nobody has to chase you. You can't move.
Fucking group out there to people who have suffered MK Ultra and have suffered sex abuse because they want to keep you silent.
Ma'am, we're going to need our tinfoil hats for Shanny's future streams. So, in case you missed that, Shanny has gone full MK Ultra, Illuminati, Freemasons. If you're part of that group and the gang stalkers, I don't mean to offend you, but you need to seek therapy. Okay? I noticed after when the pandemic began, I think it was the break in mental health support, in medication supply chains. People couldn't go to their actual therapists or psychiatrists because everyone was on lockdown. And instead, they turned to social media. They started YouTube accounts and they found like-minded people. And the whole gang stalking group has always fascinated me. Now, many of them are actually beggars. They're dry beggars and they're quite clever at it. Some aren't. Some are just blatant. Some are kind of like Wendy. Just gimme, gimme, gimme. But I noticed in my career, I have met many a psychiatric patient. And I'm going to tell you, for the most part, they tend to have the same themed stories about the CIA is after them, the FBI is watching them, all these things, somebody's living under the Washington Monument. And then they always rip out a dollar bill and want to show you the pyramid and all this stuff. It's a common theme amongst all of them. But the gang stalking hashtag and groups started something a little more serious. They gained hundreds of I've seen channels, hundreds of thousands of subs. And yeah, I know. I always talk about how we don't go on numbers, but that gives them the validation that what they're doing and what they're saying is correct, which inspires them to keep going. And then when lockdown stopped and they could go back to their appointments and their medication came in, they didn't need it because they found all these people that agreed with them. Shanny has always kind of ridden Jason's coattails, in that Jason actually could have, because I remember his original channel, and yes, it did have like almost 17,000 people. And it actually had structure to it, and he did a good job with it for what type of program it was. It was a prophecy channel with a little bit of politics sprinkled in, and a little conspiracy theories. And then comes along Shanny, and when she was on Drunken Peasants, before YouTube, she, and like AOL and stuff, in those chat groups, she was an atheist, and then she found out Jason had money and became very religious, and then showed up at his door, which we've all heard Jason get mad about. I can't tell. Is Shanny serious about the MK Ultra shit? Has she gone off the deep end? Or is she just riding Jason, his delusions? Because I would believe that too. And she wants that crowd because she sees that's where a lot of people are. And she wants to deflect and get it off the child neglect, mistreatment, the outright abuse. Let's just say it. She can deny what happened all she wants. She's not Native American. She claims she is. That we already know is a common theme on YouTube. Let me just say that much. All the pretendians, Big Barb. But this whole Save the Children thing, she's trying to rebrand again. And it's not going to work because Shanny lives for drama and chaos. Her personality disorders crave the chaos and the drama. So it ain't going to last. And she doesn't have the stick-to-itiveness to finish projects. She never has. And I don't see where she's gained any enlightenment to do that now. So I really don't see it happening.
Sex.
I skipped.
Power.
She's like a walking cliche, and
it's about trying to gain money, power, wealth,
histrionics. That tooth looks like it hurts.
For what? You sold your soul to Satan. For what? Oh, I got some money. I got some fame. People love me now. Yeah, but God's not going to love you. And that's the number one person you should wonder, is he with me or not?
Sounds like a you problem.
But now it's time for Where Are the Children?
Mm-hmm.
Why are so many children missing? Why can't we find the children?
Why can't we find your teeth?
These Amber Alerts working like they used to? It's because they've all gone underground.
They're in the
There's
tunnels.
Tunnels under all our cities. All of our cities, there are tunnels where they take these children.
Okie dokie.
And torture them.
Okay.
They don't care about your sex. They don't care about your age. They don't care about anything but their power and their goal to reach, which is allegiance to that freaking Baphomet. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post an Ally Carter video of what made her famous, because it's very hard to find that on YouTube. I'm going to make sure I make a copy of it to keep it on my computer, to have it on at all times, so the government won't be able to take it off the platforms.
I don't think the government's watching you.
I'll repost it.
She has bare shoulders. Oh no, it's a sweater? I hope. Bare shoulders?
Too many abusive people in this world and not enough love. So I'm doing the Ally Carter challenge, is focused on the children for a year.
Too bad you couldn't focus on your own.
Actually, the first video is going to be Ally Carter, her challenge for 2025. I'll post that first.
I think you should post some teeth.
And trust me, if you don't do this, you're complacent. And you're not helping in finding these kids and bringing them back to humanity where they can be loved and cherished like they...
Wow. And geez, oh, criminy, that looks like it hurts. See what I mean? It's a longitudinal split. There's nothing, no tooth on either side. I mean, she's not biting into an apple, but I'm just saying, that looks like it hurts. Maybe I'm wrong. I only broke a crown and it was porcelain. But ow. Ow. I mean, I've cracked my teeth because I clench in my sleep and it hurts. So I can only imagine the nerve is exposed and maybe it's dead by now, but holy hell balls. I think we need to find the end G's on your words. I think we need to find your dentist and we need to find your medication. You need to stop taking Jason's and let him go to treatment and get healthy because he's not healthy. He's not right. Okay. And you're not disabled, you're overweight. So stay on the Ozempic and stop eating and stop scamming people out of money. Stop dry begging. Her pupils are the size of dinner plates. Jeez, oh criminy. Yeah. Shanny, you need to work on yourself before you look for missing children.